life is death to me and I don't want it. Rather, the death that gives me dignity and honor, that's what I want. What did the Imam alayhi salam, Imam Hassan alayhi salam did? He sacrificed his honor. How? If you look at his struggle. The Imam, after the martyrdom of his father, Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, he has faced a very strange situation. They were two kind of fightings, two kind of enemies attacking the Imam. One was the external one, Muawiyah. Muawiyah was the enemy of Islam to start with. The enemy of Rasulullah, and inshallah on the 9th of the 20th, we will talk about this new Islam, the strange Islam, Islam of Bani Umayyah that has been propagated by Muawiyah. We will talk in length about that. Muawiyah did his best to derange the Khilafah from Ahlul Bayt. Doesn't allow the Imams to reach Khilafah. By any means, through his propaganda machines, attacking the integrities of the Imam, bribing people, threatening them by war, by assassinations, everything that he had in his disposal, he attacked the Imams alayhim salam. And when he overreached Iraq and conquered Iraq, he said it flatly. He told people of Iraq that I came, قاتلتكم لا لأجل أن تصلوا أو تصوموا أو تحجوا أو تزكوا لأنكم تفعلون ذلك ولكن قاتلتكم لأتأمر عليكم. I fight with you not for the fact that you want to do the prayers, so you do the prayers or do the fasting. I know you do all of those things, but the fact that I am fighting so I can govern you and you become submissive to me. That was Muawiyah. Muawiyah, after the martyrdom of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, he bought the people of Imam al-Hassan with his money, with his bribery. The commanders of the army, Muawiyah would send money to them in the middle of night, and next day they would surrender to the army of Muawiyah. They gave up the fight. That was one front that the Imam alayhi salam had to fight. The second front was the internal enemy, the one within the army of Imam al-Hassan alayhi salam. The army of Imam al-Hassan composed of many people. Among them were Khawarij. The Khawarij, as you know, those are the most violent group at the time of Amir al-Mu'mineen and onward. They would consider Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam to be mushrik. And the same thing with Imam al-Hassan wal-'ayadu billah. They told him, أشركت يا حسن كما أشرك أبوك من قبل. Attacking the Imam. Many of them were in the army of Imam al-Hassan. They were like a fifth column, if you hear that in the news. Like they are the ones who have connections either with Muawiyah or by themselves, and sometimes also would take bribes from Muawiyah. So they didn't like the Imam. At any moment they were waiting for the right moment to capture the Imam and either kill him or send him to Muawiyah as a captive. And the third group of brothers and sisters were the loyals to Imam, the loved ones. And here comes the sacrifice of the Imam. Sometimes you get insulted by someone that doesn't know you, by an enemy. When you get insulted by the enemy, still you get agitated, but not that much. Sometimes by a stranger, someone doesn't know you. He verbally attacks you, he insults you. He uses negative language, profanity against you. Again, you say that this guy does not know me. But let someone who knows you very well, someone that you love and you cherish, and he is considered to be your loyal, then he comes and attacks you. Wouldn't that be so much hurting? Don't your feeling get hurt when you someone that you have spent so much time of your life, all those years you have spent with him, all of a sudden he comes and attacks you, verbally attacks you? Can you stand that? That's what Imam al-Hasan alayhi salam. The loyals, people who were so loyal to the Imam, like Hijr ibn Adi, radiyallahu anh, and other people came and told, Ya Hasan, laytaka mitta ya Hasan. We wish you were dead and you didn't make bay'ah with Muawiyah, you didn't make truce and peace with Muawiyah. The other guy came and told, Assalamu alayka ya mudilla al-mu'mineen. You have made us humiliated. How would you make peace treaty with Muawiyah? It is those who consider to be the loyals for the Imam. Sometimes you fight just like Imam Hussein alayhi salam, he fights the enemy. The enemy is so brutal and you do not expect any mercy from him. But he had such a loyal companions, 72 companions who kept fighting with him. He relied on them. He depended on them. But Imam al-Hasan alayhi salam, all of a sudden you see people so close like Hijr ibn Adi and others come and attack him verbally. Even that, the Imam alayhi salam had patience and he calmed him down and told him, Ya Hijr, if I had, wallahi ya Hijr, if I had 10 people, 10 loyals like you, I would not stop jihad with Muawiyah. The problem is that this army that you will see, nowadays they are with me, but tomorrow Muawiyah will bribe them, and then they will grab me, handcuff me, and give me to Muawiyah. Then either Muawiyah kills me, or he will forgive me. And both of those things are so humiliating to me that I would accept the peace treaty with Muawiyah, although I know that he's never going to honor this, yet I will do that for the sake of your blood. I don't want the blood of the Muslims to be shed, and my blood will go in ashtray. If the Imam was killed, no one would even care. You see the difference between Imam al-Hasan and Imam al-Hussein? The Imam alayhi salam, Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, established a revolution against Bani Umayyah. At that time, the revolutions after the uprising of Imam Hussein continued one after one until the collapse of Bani Umayyah. So he started a revolution against them. But if an Imam al-Hasan would have been killed by Muawiyah, nobody would care. They would say that he came for Khilafah and Muawiyah have taken care of him, he killed him and khalas. And his blood will go in ashtray. No one would even bother to think about it. Or if Muawiyah would forgive him, give him pardon, tells him, the same way that your grandfather Rasulullah gave pardons to my grandfathers, my father Abu Sufyan and Hind, when he entered Mecca, I also will give you pardon, the same thing. Your grandfather was a nobleman, so do I. I am a nobleman as well. Therefore the Imam didn't want that to happen. He had to make the peace treaty. But look at the strategy of the Imam alayhi salam. He embraced even the loyals who kept attacking him verbally. And that institutes, brother, a concept in our society that is called hilm, forbearance, patience. When you are attacked by someone, first of all, think for a few seconds. Should I reply it in the same way? What's the point? He attacks me verbally, and I again say the same negative language against him. I use profanity or cursing against him. Whoever uses profanity and cursing and verbal attacks, believe me, this guy does not have any valid point. Otherwise, if he had a valid point, he would bring the valid point. The humans are logics. You know, they use their logics. You have a logic, you show it to people, therefore you attract people. But when you start cursing, when you start attacking people verbally or insulting them, it means that you do not have anything to debate on. Basically, you are bankrupt. Therefore, you resort to attacking verbally in the same way as the enemies of Ahlul Bayt are doing today. When you look at them, you see that they just keep cursing. When it comes to their logic, you see there is no logic to that. Why? Because they run out of it. So the Imam dedicated his life, his struggle for us,